when somebody invests, the lock-in is 6 months. And how is interest credited? Is it credited at the end of 6 months, at the end of 1 year? Does it compound? Is it how does it work? So that someone can sit and wonder, what's the best way to invest? Let's say maybe I have children who are 2 years old. They will go to high school in another 12 years, right? So what do I do? Is this an opportunity for me to invest, or do I just put money elsewhere for this sort of thing?
Okay, one of the things is, I'll say I love the fund because I manage the fund. However, I would say it should be part of your portfolio, not your whole portfolio. We always say do not put all your eggs in one basket unless you're literally just watching that basket. So it's one of the investment options that you should look at, but that does not mean you get all your retirement funds and you come and put it here. That is one. On your second question about how interest or income is credited and how the fund compounds, that is one of the, let me say, the easiest and the hardest questions at the same time. Why I say it that way is we invest in various asset classes. And if you drill down to the nitty-gritties of it, we may invest, let's say, in a T-bill that will take 3 months. So if we put a portion, let's say 10% we put in a T-bill that will mature after 3 months. On a daily basis, we calculate what we call accrued income. That accrued interest is literally credited to the client. As much as it is credited to the client's account, so visually you have it, on the investment side, the traders do not have that money to reinvest. So does it compound? No, it will only compound when that asset class matures or gets its cash in. So that is after 3 months. However, we may look at other asset classes. Let me give a good example. If there is intraday trading on an asset like CFD, so in the morning you bought Euro USD and by afternoon you've closed. That profit is there and it's there in its whole entirety. So going into the next trade, the trader has the right to use even the profit. So that one has actually compounded intraday. So because of the big asset mix, you'll find that there are assets that are compounding after a period, others intraday, and even some long term. We try as much as possible not to have very long maturities, so as to manage not to have a large portion of our funds being unrealized income. However, all incomes, whether accrued, realized or unrealized, are credited to the clients on a daily basis. And so we usually say, if you withdraw partially, you reduce the ratio of your ownership in the whole fund. So continuously now you'll earn less. So the longer you keep your money, the more you have a bigger portion of the fund and the more you actually earn from the fund.
Okay, so in your view then, if someone is looking to invest and keep withdrawing, let's say I have 5 years, I have 10 million shillings, I have 30 million shillings I want to invest, and every 6 months or every 3 months I want to keep drawing down on this money. Is that something you would encourage, or would you prefer for somebody to just keep the money for the 5 years, given what you've shared?
Okay, this one I'll break it down to a give and take. The first thing, I'll first inquire, what is the purpose of your investment? If your investment is far, let's say you want to pay for high school for your kids maybe who are in a lower grade as at now, it's wise to even just leave the money there and let it grow. However, if your investment is for cash flow, you might be maybe watching us from the US, Canada, and you are looking at how can you generate continuous cash flow to support your family down here. Right. So you may decide to place, let's say, the 10 million or something, and say for all incomes that we have every 6 months, withdraw to fund maybe that family and support that family. So I want to break it down to those two levels. However, the longer you keep and the less you withdraw, the more you will make because of the portion that you'll own of the fund.
That's clear. So let's look at the converse. So now I don't have 10 million.
Yes.
Okay, I have little money, I've saved, and now I have 500,000. I want to put it in
Yes.
this Oak Special Fund. But every season, maybe every 2 months, or I have like a 50,000, or maybe every month I have 50,000 that I can keep investing. What happens? Can I just keep investing every 5 months or every 1 month? Is there a certain period I have to, stick within, or can I just invest as and when I have money?
Okay, we actually have an option for top-ups. We say that the minimum top-up, just for administrative sake, is actually 50,000. Just the 50,000 that you've shared. And there is no frequency. If you choose to deposit daily, I'm sure in terms of your bank charges may be expensive, but we are open to you investing as frequent as you may wish, as far as the minimum top-up is 50,000. But the advantage of that is it increases your principal, it increases the ratio on which you share all the incomes for the fund. So the more you actually top up, the faster the compounding rate will go, and it will benefit you more. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And so if, I have questions, I come in, I've signed up with FIDA, and I want to invest in the Oak Special Fund, and I'm like, okay, I've received my statement, I don't understand it. To what extent can I get help and understanding, and also opportunity to invest in other things?
Okay, we've actually created a department. There's a whole sales department that has relationship managers and financial advisors, and actually there are more people joining to build up the team. These people are there, they've been trained, they've been educated about the fund, they understand the various movements of the funds, even in terms of returns and even how the statement looks. They are there to handhold you and actually guide you. If you notice, immediately you are signed up, you are assigned a financial advisor or a relationship manager. Most likely you'll have a direct contact to them. But if you don't have a direct contact, feel free to call us on the contacts on the screen, on the number, or even WhatsApp, and we'll be able to reach out and actually advise you on that.
I usually always say that whenever you get into any opportunity, whether it's insurance, banking, stockbroking, funds, mutual funds, money market funds, you must build relationship. You can't just be transactional and think that you're going to excel, because you grow by having somebody who tells you, this is the opportunity, this is how it works. No, don't bring in now, and so on and so forth, depending on what's happening. I think that's fantastic, by the way, and I think it's so important for people to build relationships. So it's not just with us, it's with your banker, it's with your insurance agent, it's with those that you're interacting with, even your doctor. Build relationship, because that's how you learn and that's how you grow and benefit from that person. Awesome.